The Galactic Council chamber floated in the void between stars, a marvel of artificial gravity and diplomatic engineering. Representatives from 47 species occupied the tiered seats, their forms ranging from crystalline to gaseous, from tentacled to winged. At the center podium stood Ambassador Chen Wei, humanity's first representative to the council, and she was losing the room. "Esteemed members," Chen continued, her voice steady despite the chittering laughter echoing from the Vraxi delegation. "Earth's gravitational environment has produced humans with exceptional physical capabilities that could benefit 10.8 meters per second squared." The Vraxi ambassador interrupted, his translator rendering his amusement into perfect standard. His gossamer wings fluttered with mirth. "We've reviewed your planet's specifications, human. Your gravity well is barely worth mentioning." The Karathi representative, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field, pulsed with what Chen had learned to recognize as agreement. "The Vraxi homeworld experiences 3.2 of your G-forces. My people evolved in the corona of a star. What could you possibly offer that we haven't seen from stronger species?" Chen felt the weight, that word again, of humanity's reputation settling on her shoulders. Earth was the new kid, the primitive planet that had only just achieved faster-than-light travel. They lived on a world the galaxy considered barely habitable, too heavy for comfort, too light for respect. "If I may demonstrate," Chen began. "Please do," the Thexian ambassador rumbled, his massive form occupying 3 seats. His planet pulled at nearly 20 Gs and his species moved through it like swimmers through water. "Show us what your exceptional 10.8 can do." Chen reached into her jacket pocket and withdrew a standard diplomatic stylus, a simple metal pen given to every council member. She held it up for all to see, her arm steady, her grip relaxed. To her it weighed perhaps 30 grams. Nothing. "May I approach the gallery floor?" she asked. The council arbiter, a gen whose species prided itself on neutrality, gestured permission. "The floor is reinforced carbon lattice, rated for impacts up to Class 7. Please proceed, Ambassador." Chen walked down the steps, her movements fluid and controlled in a way that most species achieved only in their lightest environments. She'd noticed it before, how the other ambassadors moved through the council's carefully calibrated 1G environment like it was thick syrup, while she walked like she was born to it. Because she reached the open floor, a space typically used for holographic presentations. The gallery's transparent panels allowed all 47 species to observe clearly. Chen held the pen at shoulder height. "This stylus," she said, "weighs 30 grams on Earth. Here in your standard 1G environment the same. When I release it, it will fall at 9.8 meters per second squared standard council gravity." "Fascinating," the Vraxi ambassador said, his tone dripping with sarcasm. "We've never seen objects fall before." Chen smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. "No," she said quietly. "You haven't seen an Earth-trained human let something fall." She opened her fingers. The pen dropped, but Chen didn't simply let it go. Her entire body weight shifted. Her arm snapped down in a motion so fast it blurred, and her hand accelerated the pen downward with every muscle fiber that had been forged in Earth's 10.8 meters per second squared. The motion was instinctive, unconscious, the same motion her ancestors had used to throw stones, to drive spears, to hammer nails. The pen hit the supposedly unbreakable carbon lattice floor like a railgun projectile. The crack was deafening. Fragments of carbon lattice sprayed outward in a radius of 2 meters, and the pen embedded itself a full centimeter into the floor. Its metal casing shattered from the impact. Alarms began to wail. Emergency force fields snapped into place around the damaged section. The silence that followed was absolute. Chen straightened, flexing her fingers casually. "Forgive me," she said to the stunned arbiter. "Sometimes I forget that not everyone grows up fighting 10.8 every single day of their lives." The Thexian ambassador leaned forward, his massive eyes wide. "You accelerated it, with your own strength." "Every motion I make," Chen explained, her voice carrying through the chamber. "Every step, every gesture, every action I've performed since I was born, I've had to fight against a force that never stops, never sleeps, never gives me a moment's rest. My bones are dense enough to support that constant pull. My muscles are strong enough to move through it. My cardiovascular system is powerful enough to pump blood against it." She looked up at the gallery, When you asked what humans could offer, you were thinking about what we can do in normal environments. You weren't considering what happens when we're finally somewhere we don't have to fight just to stand up. The Karathi's energy field flickered with uncertainty. But surely you must be exhausted living under such constant strain. Chen laughed, and it was a sound full of something the Council had never heard from humanity before. Confidence. Exhausted? No, we're trained. Every human you meet has spent their entire life in what most of you would consider enhanced gravity training. We're not exhausted. We're just waiting for the chance to show you what we can really do when we stop holding back. She gestured to the cracked floor. I dropped a pen. Imagine what a human soldier could do with a weapon. Imagine what our engineers can lift, what our athletes can achieve, what our rescue workers can endure. You think 10.8 is nothing. We think your 1G environments are relaxing spas. The Vraxi ambassador's wings had gone completely still. The admission requirements, the physical trials for Council security forces, would need to be completely redesigned if you want humans to participate without crushing your existing records, yes, Chen finished. We didn't come here to boast. We came to offer partnership. But if you're going to laugh at Earth's gravity, at least understand what that gravity made us into. The Arbiter cleared his throat, or performed whatever his species' equivalent was. Ambassador Chen, the Council will need to reconsider several aspects of humanity's integration proposal, and perhaps we should discuss what other capabilities your people possess. Chen smiled genuinely this time. I'd be happy to, but maybe we should do it somewhere with a more durable floor. As maintenance drones swarmed to repair the damage, and as the Council dissolved into frantic whispered consultations, Chen walked back to her seat with easy, casual grace. Behind her, embedded in the galaxy's strongest floor material, a simple pen remained as a monument to a truth the Council was only beginning to understand. Humanity hadn't conquered the stars despite their gravity. They'd conquered the stars because of it.